to today's episode. My name is Tom Rolley for System.io.dev. We are concluding a 4-part journey that we've been on. The last 3 episodes, we've looked at 3 critical steps for you to bridge the gap from being a successful business owner that the actual success led to a bunch of unexpected problems in terms of running your team, in terms of being trapped in your business, in terms of increasing chaos, a plateau in growth, and a generalized frustration with why doesn't this work like it used to. This is a very difficult place to find yourself because that next growth stage probably is somewhere in the realm of $5-7 million. If you're in the $1 to $3 million right now, then that next jump up to 10 could transform your life substantially. But that journey isn't going to be possible using what got you to 1 to 3. But that promised land, that possibility that awaits you of having a business that runs without you, having a business that runs with you, a business that's systemized, a business that's documented, its processes, its people work, all because you manage the processes of that business, you don't manage the people. So over the last 3 episodes, we've looked at 3 crucial steps for you to bridge that gap. The first one was get organized, and that is organizing your business so that everybody can function within a structure that allows work to be done and people to know where things go as they go through and do their work. It lives in a certain place. This is critical, and we covered that, so go back 3. The next one was copy to use. This was this idea that systems are like templates, and that if you have your core system template, then to use it, you actually want to make a copy of that, otherwise you'll stuff up your system. The next one, we looked at tracking your progress. Sorry, we didn't look at tracking your process. That's today's one. That's today's. What we did look at was improving as you go. That the idea that when you use your documentation, when you use your processes, it gives the opportunity to improve them. It means that you can reduce the amount of overwhelm. And finally, today's episode, which as already mentioned, is track your progress. This is exciting. This gives you optics. This gives you the capacity to do a couple of things. One, you can see where you're up to. I don't know about you, but in my life, it's very easy to have distractions come in. Suddenly I was doing one thing, I'm drawn away, and then to come back, they estimate it's around 5 to 6 minutes for a team member or yourself or me to get back to work. But if I'm tracking my progress, then I know where I'm up to. What do I mean by tracking progress? Well, what I mean is that when you are starting a system, you should document that. And when you are starting the processes in that system, document that too. It's pretty easy. When you start it, mark, hey, I'm working on it. When you're finished with it, you mark stop. It's super easy. And that suddenly gives you the capacity to see what you're up to, come back to it if you get distracted, but also see what your colleagues are up to. That your documentation is not just being used, but it's actually being tracked. This is a critical step in terms of being able to work together. And also, as you come to the end of the week and you see payroll, you can actually look and go, hey, what did people do? Because when they're tracking the processes, when they're tracking the systems, it's possible for you to go in and go, hey, team member A, what did you work on? And here it is. Team member B, what did you work on? Here it is. You can see how much work people are doing. Are some people doing more than others? Are some people overloaded? Suddenly you can see what's going on in your business. This also gives you the capacity to say, hey, we've got a deadline for this project. We're going to pull some resources, some human resources out of this work that's due in 2 weeks. Let's get this deadline done. That's only possible if you can see what work is going on in your business. And this is also important, that the work is able to be done by anyone in your business. That means you've got to have documented process. This all comes down to a journey of systemization and documented processes that transform your business from one that got you to $1 million in revenue, one that got you to 5, 6 people, but it will not get you to 10 million in revenue. It is literally impossible. The amount of chaos that arises when you do not have your processes documents is simply too much to expand beyond those levels. If you want some help with this, head over to systemio.dev. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I've got one more episode around this journey that we have been on. I believe we're at episode number 14. So tomorrow will be episode 15 around this particular journey. I hope you've got a lot of value from it and that your understanding of how to systemize and how to bring processes to your business is substantially increased. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I'll see you then.